So, how young is too young for social media? A new California bill aims to answer that question by setting a minimum age requirement for teens looking to log on. Supporters say it's about protecting kids from online harm and addiction, while critics argue it simply goes too far. 17's Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace spoke with the Southern California Assembly member who authored that bill and brings us his message.
And protecting our children.
Long Beach Democratic Assemblymember Josh Lowenthal telling us that's the goal of his new bill, AB 1709, to impose a statewide minimum age for social media use. The bill is still in its early stages, so key details, including the exact age limit, still need to be worked out. But even without those specifics, just the idea of the bill already has bipartisan support, with Democrats and Republicans joining as co-authors, all concerned about the impact social media is having on kids and teens.
Youth mental health is in an awful place right now. We know that suicide is up, eating disorders, anxiety, depression. In fact, it shouldn't be called social media, it should be called anti-social media because the impacts that are having on kids right now.
In 2023, the U.S. Surgeon General released this report warning social media poses what he described as a, quote, profound risk of harm to teens, noting nearly half of teenagers say social media makes them feel worse about their body image, and nearly 1 in 2 reported experiencing either cyberbullying or harassment online.
We are failing.
Lowenthal first spoke about the bill earlier this week at this press conference where lawmakers announced the legislature's first ever bipartisan children's caucus, a group dedicated to addressing issues impacting kids like Lowenthal's own daughters.
Protect all Californians. And I say this not as a legislator, I say this as a dad.
His bill comes just 2 months after Australia passed its own social media age limit, mandating a minimum age of 16 to access most platforms. More than a dozen other nations are pursuing similar measures.
There is a tipping point that's taking place. California needs to be part of that.
Still, Lowenthal's proposal is expected to face opposition from critics who call it government overreach and from social media companies that say they already prioritize safeguards for teens and children. But late Thursday, Governor Gavin Newsom said he believes more action is needed and heavily implied he supports what Lowenthal is trying to do.
As a parent, we need help. We have a generation that's never been more anxious, less free, more stressed, and we have to address this issue.
I don't consider big tech to be the enemy under any stretch whatsoever. In fact, I consider them to be the solution. We just need to make it healthier for kids, for all of us.
And of course, more details on this bill still need to be worked out, including the actual proposed age limit. I'm told we should expect more information on that later this year. Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.